Hello, hello. Hey everybody, it's Melissa from Uncovered Opossums. Today I thought we could do something a little bit different. I am going to do a little bit more research on opossums, and I thought maybe you might want to come along with me to do it and just do a little reaction video. So go sub up to the original creator. I will have this piece of content in the description box below or somewhere, maybe in the title. And so we will react to this and we can see if we both knew just as much as what they're saying, or maybe it'll be new for us. So let's get right into it. And remember, please go sub up to the original creator. Let's watch this piece of content by them. Okay, 10 opossum facts. Let's turn her down. All right. Animal Wonders, Montana.
Hello and welcome back to Animal Wonders. I'm Jessie and this is Ophelia the opossum. Ophi and I are excited to have a little forest adventure, and while we're here, I'd like to share some fun facts about opossums. Let's start off with number 1.
Now, right off the bat, before we do anything, doesn't that look like a she? Like when you look at, you know, I say our, and I'm going to include you in it. When you look at our opossums, like cheese and pancakes are so much bigger, and like, not that pancakes doesn't move around a lot, but the just the way she's moving, it makes me right away. I was thinking that it was a girl.
Opossums and possums aren't just different names for the same animal. Opossums are often called...
Did you know this? Opossum and possum. So I put both tags because actually when I started this channel just with the opossum part of it, every video kept coming up possums. And I was like, oh my gosh, like somebody needs to put more possums out into the world because everybody thinks they're the same thing. So let's keep watching.
Possum as a nickname in North America, but the actual possum is a small animal that lives in Australia.
Yeah, they look so much different.
Of possum, and they are more closely related to sugar gliders than the larger opossums of the Americas. Number 2, opossums are famous for their playing dead.
So my opossums have never played dead. Like never. I've never seen them play dead. Not even when they were little. They didn't play dead. So it's really neat to me, like, to see the videos of them playing dead because I have never seen one do that. So this is pretty cool.
But it's actually not a conscious decision at all. The act is nicknamed playing possum, and they would do it when a predator is coming up on them.
Yeah, because they don't have any other defenses.
In response
They're so silly.
That, they flop on their side,
look at her ears,
there,
look at her eyes,
staring blankly, tongue hanging out the side of their mouth and drooling. And
oh my god.
We can't forget the truly awful stench that they release from their back end.
Yeah, they do toot. That they do. Look at. Oh, let's just watch it like this.
Is really quite convincing. But the opossum doesn't actually have control over how to implement the prank.
Oh my
they
gosh.
literally pass out from fright, and they can be stunned for 40 minutes to 4 hours. The unusual behavior is actually triggered by stress, but it's so effective that it
they're so
increases their chance of surviving because the predator doesn't want to eat a foul-smelling dead animal.
That's right.
Which means that this genetic trait is passed down from parents to young and has now become solidly part of the species adaptation.
They will really stink when they have toots.
Ophi, are you having fun over there?
Oh, look at her.
What did you find?
Mooch. My dog is all over me. Ow, look at her eyes.
Back there. All right, let's move on. Number 3. Opossums are immune to venom. Venomous snakes are not an animal to mess around with. Opossums
just creeping through the grass.
Face of danger. That's because
so
opossums
sweet.
Don't have to
See,
worry
she looks
about
like
the
ours, right?
effects of
she looks like
cytotoxic
pancakes,
snake
actually.
venom. And they will actually seek
now that I
out
see her from the
snakes
side.
as a tasty meal. Their anti-venom power is found in a protein in their...
Speaking of snakes, see how her tail there is just kind of snaking along the ground? When Pancakes goes up our flight of stairs, he will snake his tail along the stairs. So you hear like shh, shh, shh. I'll try to get it in my next video.
Serum. And researchers were even able to copy it
so
and develop it into a medication
for
human use. Number 4. Opossum tails are prehensile.
Yeah,
Now,
Cheese really has a problem with his tail.
But they are super handy for climbing trees. Their tail is covered in hard, scaly skin, and it's strong and flexible.
Yeah, it's neat.
They use their tail to curl and grasp branches as they navigate the shrubs and trees. They don't really hang and dangle by the tail.
Never.
If they slip, their tail can catch them and help make sure that they don't.
I have actually seen that before when Pearl was a baby. In that wire cage that we had, that's second cage. Yeah, the second cage I think we had. Well, their second habitat, I should say. They had that platform at the very top, and Pearl once got pushed off of it, and she grabbed on by her tail. It was really neat, and then I helped her. It wasn't very long, but yep, it will help them there for sure.
Actually fall completely.
Oh
Ophelia's tail isn't actually a very good example because she can't grip with it because she had an accident when she was a baby, which is why she's living under the care of humans instead of in the wild.
Yeah, see?
Number 5. Opossums groom themselves as much as a cat. Sure,
that's
opossums
very true.
Live outside and will sometimes
Pancakes is always having a bathroom
from a garbage can,
but
some dirty animals by nature. They will meticulously clean themselves using their tongues and paws to reach every inch of their cute furry bodies. Ophelia here loves to groom herself.
Oh, yeah. Blanche does that to me.
Because she doesn't have a back left leg. Her leg was amputated after an accident when she was a baby. And now that she's all grown up,
so that's why she walks like
keep the left side of her body clean. Unfortunately, we're not quite as good at it as she would be. So the right side of her body is much cleaner than the left side. But we do our best to keep up.
She's so beautiful.
And just look how much she enjoys a good ear rub. Speaking of her adorable eyes, we come to number 6. Opossums have giant pupils.
Yes, they do.
Opossums are well known for their big black eyes.
Oh,
but
look
if you noticed when I gave her an
look at
ear
her feet
scratch,
all stretched out like
you
that.
would see the whites around her eyes. The white part you see is the same as the whites of our eyes. And opossums' black pupils are so big that they take up the entire visible part of their eye.
Yeah, because Pearl stares at me on the corner.
When they get super excited about something, like right now, or when they get super scared. Having large pupils can be helpful when trying to see in the dark. And opossums are nocturnal. However, these nighttime critters don't have great eyesight overall, even with their extra big pupils.
That's what I've been told.
Number 7, opossums have opposable thumbs. When you look at their feet, your first impression might be these adorable front feet with 5 little pink toes that look like she's wearing
spread
gloves.
out toes.
But their thumbs are actually on their back feet, where they have 4 clawed toes.
Somebody asked me about that on TikTok.
And then a clawless thumb that they use to grip branches as they climb.
See the little, like, it looks like a reptile
on their back
skin.
feet, which makes opossums that much more unique.
So sweet. Oh my goodness.
Number 8, opossum babies must find a nipple or die.
Yeah, this is true.
To as many as 25 babies. The joeys are furless, about the size of a honeybee, and can't see or hear when they're first born. They must crawl across their mother's belly and into the safety of her pouch, where they will find warm milk waiting for them to drink. The babies will attach to a nipple and stay there for the next 50 to 70 days. Unfortunately, opossums only have 13 nipples, and not all of them work all the time. So anyone who doesn't find a nipple right away won't have access to their mother's life-giving milk, and the unfed babies won't survive.
Isn't that terrible?
Speaking of surviving, number 9, opossums have excellent memory. Due to their super sense of smell, opossums are great at finding food, like she's doing right now.
Well, I don't know about that.
Something worth coming back to, they can remember exactly where that food source is, so they can stop in again for a second round. During behavioral studies on opossums, researchers found that opossums were better at remembering the location of food than dogs, cats, rats, turtles, pigs, rabbits, goats, and chickens.
I didn't know that.
They can also use their excellent memory to complete a maze faster than rats, who are basically the mascots of maze running. So while they might not be great at avoiding cars, when it comes to food, opossums remember. And finally, number 10. Opossums' ancestors have been around since the dinosaurs.
Stop it, I didn't know that.
Originated and migrated up and down the Americas during the Cretaceous period. When the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event happened, most of the dinosaurs went extinct, and mammals really started
Not
to diversify.
opossums, though.
North and South America split, and all the marsupials in North America went extinct about 20 million years ago. And those in South America flourished, diversified, and some species moved into Antarctica and Australia. When North and South America were once again reunified by the Isthmus of Panama about 3 million years ago, 2 marsupial species made it back to North America.
Look at her tail.
The Virginia opossum, like Ophelia here, and the southern opossum. Virginia opossums are the
as if they're
only
called
species
like
of marsupial
so similar, as if they're such similar names.
And they can be found
wonder why
as
she
far
wants in
north
that
as
pine cone.
Ontario, Canada. It's pretty neat to think that Ophelia's ancestors were around to see the end of the
Not
dinosaurs.
Ontario, Canada.
So the next time
That's
someone
super
tries to
far
say
away.
that opossums are pests
Oh
or
my
have anything less than good words for them, say nah and share these 10 awesome
I'm just gonna say
opossum facts.
nah.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about opossums with Ophelia and me. If you'd like to continue
she's
learning
so
interesting
cute.
things about animals, be sure to subscribe to our channel Animal Wonders Montana, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, there you go, guys. So let's sub up to the original creator, Animal Wonders Montana. I'm just going to put it on pause here right now. So I did learn a couple new things. I didn't know that opossums had been around since the dinosaurs. Definitely not. And I didn't know for sure that they had like beat out other animal species for remembering where food sources are. So that's a very, very cool fact. Okay, guys, I hope you like this video. This is just my first time doing this, so I'm gonna try to do it a couple more times and I'll get better stuff. But I hope you learned something, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, I love you.